Hey, it's Mr. Keys. Welcome back. So far we've gone through the process of creating a chord progression and the process of choosing the length of chords. Well, today we're going to take a look at how to decorate our chords with something known as passing chords. Concept 1. Chord scales.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Allow me to introduce you to a concept known as a chord scale. We've been using it all along to create our chord progressions. However, we're going to use a modified chord scale for passing chords. Here are the changes. I've exchanged E minor for C over E and B diminished for G over B. C over E is simply an inversion of the C chord, but we're using it to replace the E minor chord because they share the same bass note. The /E means that the lowest note for C over E is E, not C this time. The same is true for G over B. The lowest note is B instead of G. There are numerous alterations that we can make to our original scale, and we'll look at that in a future video. Concept 2. Neighboring chords. In many of my other videos, I've discussed the concept of upper neighbors and lower neighbors. A chord is a neighboring chord when it is directly beside another chord.
Idly-ho, neighborinos! Go!
We're going to use our alternative chord scale to determine lower neighbors and upper neighbors. The neighboring chords of C major are G over B and D minor. The neighboring chords of D minor are C and C over E. We can see the various neighbor chords as we move down the scale. Overall concept. The general idea is that we choose some chords. Each chord will be 4 beats long, but we'll give one of those beats to a new chord that will transition us to the next chord. Let's insert a passing chord to lead us to F major. I'll use C over E. To lead to A minor, let's use G. And to get to E minor, actually, let's not even use a passing chord for that. Sometimes when you use a technique too much, it loses its appeal and uniqueness. Here's what it sounds like. Let's try a new progression with new passing chords. We'll use A minor, E minor, F major, and D minor. Instead of making each passing chord 1 beat long, I'm going to mix up the values based on what I want, sometimes using syncopation and sometimes without. Here are the passing chords I'll use and their values in the grid. I'll play it now, and I want you to notice how the kick and bass instrument both sync with the chord changes. This can be a great thing to do when creating a progression. In the next video, we're going to take this concept and really step it up with chords from outside of the key. See you soon.